Welcome, John. Back to the Zoom room. Nice to have you here. Let's do some text tonight. So we're going to have a look at section 2 of chapter 25, which is called the Saviour in the Dark. So let's just bring that up for you. Okay. All right, so on my screen. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's called the Saviour from the Dark. Section 2 of chapter 25 of the text, in our translated language, the awakener from limited awareness is how we translate the Saviour from the dark. So how to be the Saviour from the dark or the awakener from limited awareness is the topic of conversation tonight. So probably did this with you a year ago, I imagine, because this was done. So we just got to personalize it, that's all. Not much to translate there. If you read it in the alternative, let's just put it in the first person as we go.
Is it not evident that what the body's eyes perceive fills you with fear? Perhaps, is it not evident that what the body's eyes perceive fills me with fear? Perhaps I think I find a hope of satisfaction there. Perhaps I fancy to attain some peace and satisfaction in the world as I perceive it. Yet it must be evident the outcome does not change.
Fancy, should we leave fancy, or perhaps I fancy to attain? Perhaps I imagine I can attain. I
seek. Perhaps
I seek to attain some peace and satisfaction in the world. You know, perhaps I seek or try.
Yeah.
Perhaps I am trying to attain some peace and satisfaction in the world as I perceive it.
Yet it must be evident the outcome does not change. Despite my hopes and fancies, despair always results. And there is no
my hopes and
imaginings, expectations. Yeah.
How about imaginings? You know, imaginings is quite good.
Yeah.
Despair always results. And the original was, always does despair result. Okay. Despair always results.
And there is no exception to this, nor will there ever be. The only value that the past can hold is that I learn to give it. The only value of the past that the past can hold is that I learn.
It gave me no reward.
Yeah, it gave me no rewards that I want to keep. For only in this way will I be willing to relinquish it and allow it to be gone forever. Okay, so that all makes sense.
Let's say let it go and have it gone forever is the original, and allow it to be gone forever. Just read it from the top again, make sure we got all the translations correct.
Is it not evident that what the body's eyes perceive fills me with fear? Perhaps I think I find a hope of satisfaction there. Perhaps I am trying to attain some peace and satisfaction in the world as I perceive it. Yet it must be evident the outcome does not change. Despite my hopes and imaginings, despair always results. And there is no exception to this, nor will there ever be. The only value that the past can hold is that I learn it gave me no rewards that I want to keep. For only in this way will I be willing to let it go and allow it to be gone forever.
Yeah. So what's he saying in that one summary?
He's saying, is it not evident that we've been wasting our time searching for things in this world that we never find, looking for fantasies and outcomes that we can never have, or that?
How about fantasies instead of imaginings?
Yeah, it's about, yeah. And because compared to the only value that the past does hold is to remind me that it holds no rewards that I want to actually have. And therefore, with that in mind, the best way out is to let go.
Yeah. The only way, let go of the past, and you're free. Despair always results. So no matter what we imagine here, because it's a dream of death, in the end, everything comes to despair. And so he's asking us to see that and, make the only logical choice there is. So, okay, I want out of this place. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. In the end, it all comes to despair. Although temporarily, we have goals and dreams and hopes and expectations here. None of that in the end matters because it's all going to come to an end. It's self-evident, really. I mean, it's interesting because the human condition is such that it's self-evident that your life's going to end. Everything that you hope for and dream for and fantasize about and fear will come to an end when you die. And yet still, while we're caught up in the dream, we indulge in all these things. That's the human condition, isn't it? And so he's asking us to just look from above it, above the battleground, get the bird's eye view of this condition and go, but in the end, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it will all come to nothing because everything fades away and dies here, because that's the program of the ego. It's not eternal. So everything is impermanent. And of course, that leads to despair because nothing that you do lasts. They're saying, well, just accept that and let go of the past completely to free your mind. It gave me no rewards that I want to keep. So all of my, things that I value in this world, the rewards the ego gives, is saying, let those go, because those become how you are still bound to this world. The ego uses those things to convince you that you're still a separate self and this world is real. And you're saying, surely you can see this. Surely you can by now see that all your hopes and fantasies actually just lead to a lot of fear and despair. Okay, happy with number one?
Happy with that, yeah.
Okay, so number two, I'll just read an alternative and let's do the translation again.
Is it not strange that I should cherish still some hope of satisfaction from the world I see?
Still cherish some hope. Wouldn't be a better order of the wording.
In no
Which is-
respect, in no respect at any time or place has anything but fear and guilt been my reward. How long is needed for me to realize the change or the chance of change in this respect is hardly worth delaying change that might result in a better outcome.
Okay, so what's he saying there?
Yeah, it's an interesting statement, actually. How long do I need? How long do I need to understand that I'm not going to change anything, and all I'm doing by trying to do so is waste time?
Yeah, how long is it going to take me to wake up, to the futile nature of these egoic pursuits? And because it takes us a long time, we wouldn't be here in human form if we didn't believe in these ego ideas. So he's just he's asking us to just question it, really look at it, and go, okay, maybe it's time to wake up here. How long am I going to stubbornly cling to this idea that this world works, that somehow I can make it work in another way? That's the ego's always got another way. Well, if you do this or you go there, you change jobs, you change partners, you change locations, you get a facelift, anything to make it work. It's got all kinds of strategies. And he's saying all of these in the end lead to one outcome, which is despair. Okay, and then carry on, number 4.
One thing is sure, the way I perceive and long have perceived is no foundation on which to base my future hopes, and gives no suggestions of success at all. To place my hopes where no hope lies must make me hopeless. Yet this hopelessness is my choice, while I want to see for hope where none is ever found. Where I want to seek for hope where none is ever found.
What's he saying here?
He's saying that he's asking us how long it's going to take us to wake up and realize that we are completely wasting our time, clasping at straws. And we've been doing that a long time and just not facing up to the reality that this is a waste of time. So, completely get that and let the whole bloody thing go.
Yeah, essentially, very simple message. Just read it from the top again. Just make sure we got the translations correct.
Is it not strange that I should still cherish some hope of satisfaction from the world I perceive? In no respect at any time or place has anything but fear and guilt been my reward. How long do I need to realize the chance of change in this respect is hardly worth delaying change that I might result in a better outcome.
It's a better way of saying it. Chance of change. It is, how about to realize that it is hardly worth delaying change.
Yes, better.
Better, yeah. Reorder it. How long do I need to realize that it is hardly worth delaying change that might result in a better outcome? Because of the chance of change in this respect. Yeah, read it from the top. I think that makes a bit more, reads better.
How long do I need to realize that it is hardly worth delaying change that might result in a better outcome because of the chance of change in this respect?
Yeah, okay, I think that's good. Next one.
But one thing is sure, the way I perceive and long have perceived is no foundation on which to base my future hopes and gives no suggestions of success at all. Place my hopes where no hope lies must make me hopeless. Yet this hopelessness is my choice, while I want to seek for hope where there is none.
Yeah. So I think you've said pretty much, you summarized what he's saying there.
Yeah.
Don't seek for hope where there is none. Just realize that it's a hopeless affair, and the only answer is to fully let go. At the same time as continuing to live your life here. I mean, you're not going to commit suicide because of this. You're going to realize that, you know, your hope is in the eternal. That you're just playing out a dream here. But your true hope lies in escaping the dream, in the eternal. So that changes the way you perceive the world. It changes what you are thinking about, what you're hoping for while you're here. And then you can engage in this world, but without any expectations and without any disappointments. It's all okay. You just flow with things. It's all right.
Yeah.
You're not putting all your hope in this temporary, ephemeral world. You recognize the nature of it, and you don't put hope where there isn't. And then things happen and they flow, and it's okay. Like, you realize nothing's permanent, and some things go well and some things don't, but it's actually all okay because your hope is not being placed in form anymore. And that's the, you know, enlightened flow state he's training us to remain in through this mind training. Okay, move on to number 3.
Is it not also true that I have found some hope apart from this? Some glimmering, inconsistent, wavering, yet dimly perceived? That hopelessness is warranted on grounds that are not in this world. And yet, my hope that these grounds may still exist in this world still prevents me from giving up the hopeless and unrewarding task I set myself.
Yeah, so what's he saying there?
Well, he's saying that but he's kind of repeating the previous one in the sense of he's saying that, we keep inventing reasons to think that we can do something with this world, and yet there's no ground to even contemplate.
Yeah. Hope is warranted on grounds that are not in this world. So we have some glimmering of that, and yet I hope that these grounds, it's original, these warranted on grounds, that they may still be here, prevents you. I hope that these grounds may still exist in this world, still prevents me. Original was may still be here, prevents you still from giving up the hopeless and unrewarding task. So from giving up the hopeless and unrewarding task I set myself. You want to carry on?
Can it make sense to hold the fixed belief that there is reason to continue the pursuit of what has already failed on grounds that it will suddenly succeed and bring what it has never brought before?
About on the basis it will suddenly succeed and bring what it has never brought before. Well, so what's she saying in that last one?
Well, it makes me think of buying tickets in the lottery, actually. The logic is somebody wins the lottery, but in fact, in actual fact, it's just an illusion. I mean, it's never going to happen.
Well, your odds are 14 million to 1, apparently. So, I mean, those are pretty long odds. It's not money you can really rely on. You're more likely to be hit by a meteor, I think, something like that, or a lightning strike. Maybe not a meteor, but you're more likely to be hit by lightning. So, why do we continue to cling to hope where it's failed before? Over and over it fails, and yet the ego tells us, well, something else will work. Look somewhere else for hope in this world. And what he's doing here is he's just shutting down all hope in this world. Now, a lot of people say that's a bit depressing, charming and cheery, and this, I don't want to know about this course because I still want to pursue, what I think has some value in this world. That's what they're really saying, aren't they?
Yeah.
And he has to remove that hope and all of those trivial pursuits in order to awaken us, which is what he's doing here and throughout the course. And so for the ego, this feels like, well, this is really depressing, and all of everything that I value here is just being completely undermined. And if you want to hold to the ego, then you will deny this course. You say, well, no, I don't want to know this. I prefer a better, a milder, gentler version of spirituality. It's not so, hardcore and non-dual. But Yeshua is like this because he knows how cunning the ego is. He has to shut all the doors that you want to keep open, that we want to keep open to it, to the ego's world and its continuing existence, in order to undo it in our minds. And so he has to try and help us to see that there is no hope in the ego. If you continue to cling to hope, in whatever form that may be, then you will continue to suffer and die by your own choice. He's saying this is your own choice. But it's a false choice. It's a deluded choice. If you really understood that choice, you wouldn't make it. So let me help you to really understand it from a higher level, a higher perspective. and make the only choice that you really can make to be sane. The choice that he made, the choice that every spiritual master has made, throughout history. It's the same choice, to let it all go and go completely outside, go leave this world behind and go back to true reality. Just read it. You read it from the top, John, if you don't mind. Just
Is it not also true that I have found some hope apart from this? Some glimmering, inconsistent, wavering, yet dimly perceived, that hope is warranted on grounds that are not in this world. And yet my hope that these grounds may still exist in this world still prevents me from giving up the hopeless and unrewarding task I set myself. Can it make sense to hold the fixed belief that there is no reason to continue the pursuit of what has always failed, on the basis that it will suddenly succeed and bring what it has never brought before?
There is a reason. You just put in a no there for some reason. There is a reason. There is reason or a reason?
There is
a reason. There is reason.
I think it's just reason, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, we'll leave it as there is reason, because there might be more than one reason. Okay, so any other thoughts on that one?
No, I think it's straightforward.
Actually quite a straightforward section, this. So far, anyway.
So far, yeah.
Okay. Number 4.
It has always failed in the past. Be glad that this belief is now gone from your mind and can no longer obscure what is really there. Do not take the form for content, for the form is only a means for true content to reveal itself in this world. And the frame is only a means to hold it.
Pause there.
Yep.
How about I will not mistake?
Yeah.
I think that's better. I will not mistake the form for content. The form for content to darken what is. The form or form?
I think just
form for content.
Form.
Form is only a means. It's but a means to hold a form is but a means for content. Translators for form is only a means for true content to reveal itself in this world. But a means for content. And by that content, he actually is referring to spirit, true content to reveal itself in this world. That's the way I've interpreted it anyway. Hence, for true content to reveal itself in this world. You happy with that?
Yeah.
So the form is just the means for the true content, which is spirit, to come through and reveal itself in this world through the play of form, which is miracle mindedness. These are the miracles that show themselves to help us to correct our minds. All right, number 4.
And the frame is only a means to hold the picture up so that it can be seen. A frame that hides the picture has no purpose. It cannot be a frame if it is what you see. Without the picture, the frame is without its meaning. Its purpose is to set the picture off and not itself.
It would be a frame if it is what I see. Not the picture. The frame is without its meaning. Its purpose is to set the picture off and not itself. So he's using this analogy of we all know what a picture and a frame look like. He's saying the frame has no purpose without the picture. Without the picture, the frame is without its meaning. Right? Because the frame is designed to frame the picture. That's its purpose. Meaning, maybe function or purpose.
Yeah. Functional purpose, yeah.
Purpose is to set the its
Purpose. Okay, function, yeah.
function. Its purpose is to set the picture off. Its purpose is to frame the picture, set the picture off, and not itself. Its purpose is to show the picture.
Yeah, that's better.
In its best light, something like that.
Yeah.
And not itself.
Yeah.
Okay, read that from the top.
It has always failed in the past. I'm glad that this belief is now gone from my mind and can no longer obscure what is really there. I will not mistake form for content, but form is only a means for true content to reveal itself in this world. And the frame is only a means to hold the picture up so that it can be seen. A frame that hides the picture has no purpose. It cannot be a frame if it is what I see.
How about if it is all I see?
Yeah,
Better. If it is all
Without-
I see.
Yeah. Without the picture, the frame is without its true function. Its purpose is to show the picture in its best light and not itself.
I think that makes a bit clearer. So what's he saying?
So he's saying, actually, it's kind of changing the tone a bit, really. He's saying that, aren't we actually glad that we've now let go of this stupidity? And this comparison of the frame versus the picture, is saying, well, we have kind of given up with it now, and we are beginning to see the picture rather than the frame.
Yeah. So the form, it's making an analogy of the form of this world. Forms of this world is the frame. And the form of the world frames the true content, which reveals itself in this world as the picture, framed by the form of our life, but not the picture that's revealing itself. What's revealing itself is the spirit that shines through. That's the picture, and it's framed in the form of our life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes good sense. Yeah.
So instead of making the form into everything and that dominates, he's saying form just lightly frames the spirit that is the true content that is now coming through you into the world to reveal itself in and through you. And the form of your life, it just frames that. So you become the, the picture of this spirit in the world. And people can then see, they can perceive in you the light that is coming from this other world, this other reality, framed by your body, your personality, what you're doing in your life. The whole human condition just frames that and gives it, allows the true content to express in and through the frame of the body and its adventures in this world. So it's quite a nice analogy, I think. I think he's
yes, it's a good one. I like it.
Okay. Happy to move on to 5 then. Who hangs an empty frame? The translation is just God will become pure form of awareness of perfect love. It's the only translation.
Yeah. Who hangs an empty frame upon a wall and stands before it, deep in reverence, as if a masterpiece were there to see. Yet if you see your companion as a body, it is only this you do. The masterpiece that pure forms awareness of perfect love has set within this frame is all there is to see.
Just let me catch up, John.
Sorry.
I perceive my companion as a body.
It is only this I do.
As bodies. There's only this I do. Masterpiece. Pure form of awareness of perfect love is set within this frame. Is there all there really is to see? I think we'll keep see because we're talking about frames and pictures and stuff. The body holds it for a while without obscuring it. You want to carry on?
The body holds it for a while without obscuring it in any way. The body holds it for a while without obscuring it in any way. Yet what pure forms awareness of perfect love has extended needs no frame. But what it has extended, it supports and frames within itself. It offers
that extend, shall we?
Yeah.
Extends, needs no frame for what it extends, because it's present, isn't it? It's eternal means it's now, happening right now. What it extends, it supports and frames within itself. So let's change that around. It supports and frames within itself. Supports and frames within itself what it extends.
It offers me its masterpiece to see. And would I rather see the frame instead of this and not see the picture at all?
Offers me its masterpiece to see. I'd rather see the frame instead of this and not see the picture at all. And I'd rather see the frame instead of this and not see the picture at all. Okay, just read it from the top. Make sure we're good with the translation.
Who hangs an empty frame upon a wall and stands before it deep in reverence, as if a masterpiece were there to see. Yet if I perceive my companions as bodies, it is only this I do. The masterpiece that pure form's awareness of perfect love has set within this frame is all there is to see. The body holds it for a while without obscuring it in any way. Yet what pure form's awareness of perfect love extends needs no frame, for it supports and frames within itself what it extends. It offers me its masterpiece to see. Then would I rather see the frame instead of this and not see the picture at all?
What's he saying there?
So he's saying, why would we hold up some peripheral thing that is only used for decoration or for as an excuse? Why would we look at that rather than what is the actual masterpiece of spirit?
When I just focus on the body, which is the frame, the body's activities and its serial adventures, rather than the picture, which is the masterpiece of myself, being the true self of the Christ, that is now revealing itself in and through the body and its adventures in the world. So it's a nice analogy, and one that can help us to live in the world but not be of it. You know, the frame is our bodies and the form of our lives, but the picture is the Christ that's revealing itself in and through that to us and to the world. Okay, happy with that one?
With that, yeah.
Okay. So I forgot to record this. We'll get the last bit of it. Okay, so
the Holy Spirit is the frame God set around the part of him that you would see as separate.
the five.
Oh yeah, the Holy Spirit
Oh,
is.
hang on. It's not where you do the translation. On here. So the remembrance of perfect love.
The remembrance of perfect love is the frame, pure form's awareness of perfect love, set around the part of itself that I want to see as separate. Yet its frame is joined to its frame.
Let's read the original. Its frame is joined to its creator. One with him and with his masterpiece. Its frame is joined to its framer. I thought that was better than creator. One with it and with its masterpiece. Interesting. Now that's capitalized, one with him, because that's actually a verb. That's being used as a verb, isn't it?
Ah, right.
One with him. I am one with him. Hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
But he's capitalized it, which is interesting. They've capitalized it.
Yeah.
Do you think we should keep it as that one with it? I don't normally do that. One with it, and I think let's keep it a small one.
Yeah.
It's frame joined its frame one with it, and then we need the second. It's second with the one with it and its masterpiece.
Yeah.
Okay, this is its purpose.
This is its purpose, and I do not make the frame into which the picture when I choose to see the frame in its place. This is its purpose, and I do not make the frame into the picture when I choose to see the frame in its place. Okay?
Yeah, so we can't really mistake them.
No.
Not make the frame into the picture when I choose to see the frame in its place. Choose to. Actually, let's okay, so number 4.
The frame that pure form's awareness of perfect love has given the picture only serves its purpose and not mine apart from this purpose. It is my separate purpose that obscures the picture and cherishes the frame instead of it. Yet pure form's awareness of perfect love has set its masterpiece within a frame that will endure forever when yours has crumbled into dust. But I do not think the picture is destroyed in any way. What pure form's awareness of perfect love extends is safe from all corruption, unchanged, and perfect in eternity.
Eternity, capital E. Okay, do you want to read that from the top?
The remembrance of perfect love is the frame pure form's awareness of perfect love set around the part of itself that I want to perceive as separate. Yet its frame is joined to its frame, one with it and its masterpiece. This is the purpose, and I do not make the frame into which the picture I choose to perceive the frame in its place. The frame that pure form's awareness of perfect love has given the picture only serves its purpose and not mine apart from this purpose. It is my separate purpose that obscures the picture and cherishes the frame instead of it. Yet pure form's awareness of perfect love has set its masterpiece within a frame that will endure forever when mine has crumbled into dust. But I will not think the picture is destroyed in any way. What pure form's awareness of perfect love extends is safe from all corruption, unchanged and perfect in eternity.
Okay, so what's he saying here? Summary.
Yeah, I mean, he's repeating the other paragraphs, really, in the sense of his saying that we've wasted a lot of time imagining that we were alive and imagining that we were doing something when in actual fact it's all just been an illusion.
The idea of the picture and the frame is, I think, just to help us to be in the world but not of it.
Yeah,
That's fine. You frame the picture. That's your body. That's your your life in this world, your various pursuits. But don't let the frame obscure the picture of the Christ, the true self that you are, that's shining through. Just let it lightly frame it. There's another, he uses the same, is it in this one or is it in a previous one? I think it's in the previous one. We talked about the frame of death. Is it this one? You know, it was very graphic. Remember, it's like he talks about blood dripping from the frame, and I think it's in another one. So it's not the first time he's used the analogy of the frame, but you know, he uses these things to help us to grasp this. You know, how can we be in the world but not of it? How can we let the light shine through us without, you know, allowing our worldly pursuits and our attachments to our body and all of our dreams and desires and fears and expectations to cover that over. And so the analogy of a frame, framing this picture that's shining through is quite a nice one, I think. All right, so you okay with that one, number 6?
Yeah. Accept perfect love's frame instead of mine, and I will see the masterpiece. Look at, yeah. Oh, if I accept perfect love,
accept love's frame instead of mine,
I will see the masterpiece. I look at its loveliness and understand the mind that thought it, not in flesh and bones, but in a frame as lovely as itself. Its pure formless awareness illuminates the innocence the frame of limited awareness hides, and casts the veil of true awareness across the picture's face, which only reflects the true awareness that shines from it to its frame.
Just pause there. So we're translating light as cast the veil of, I think let's call it pure formless awareness. And the light is pure formless awareness. Illuminates the innocence, the frame of limited awareness hides and casts a veil of pure formless awareness across the picture's face, which only reflects. Casts a veil of light across the picture's face, which but reflects the light that shines from it to its creator. I'm not sure about that veil, because you typically think of the veil as illusion, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Frame of limited awareness hides and casts a
Yeah.
Casts
Ray of light.
Casts a you know, we've got light and let me just remove it entirely. And reveals, how about reveals pure formless awareness in the picture's face. Only reflects the true awareness that shines from it to its framer. Reveals pure formless awareness in the picture's face. Only reflects the true awareness shines from it to its framer. From the picture's face. only reflects the pure formless awareness that shines from it, being the picture's face. That's the light that shines from it. Loneliness frame as lovely as itself. Look at its loveliness, understand the mind that thought it. Accept God's frame instead of yours. So he's talking about the frame here. Reveals pure formless awareness in the picture's face. Only reflects the pure formless awareness. Shines from it. To its framer. So just read that from the top of that sentence, John.
Its pure formless awareness illuminates the innocence the frame of limited awareness hides, and reveals pure formless awareness in the picture's face, which only reflects the pure formless awareness that shines from it through its frame.
The picture's face he's talking about, which it's okay, I think. But reflect. Happy with that?
Happy with that?
Will not think. Want to carry on, John?
If I accept perfect love's frame instead of mine, I will see the masterpiece. I look at its loveliness and understand the mind that thought it.
Where are you? Where have you gone? What we are on number 4. I will not think the space.
Sorry. I will not think this face was ever limited because I saw it in a frame of death. Pure formless awareness of perfect love kept it safe so that I might look on it and see the pure formless awareness that it has given the picture.
See the, how about see the picture in the light of I may look on it and see the picture in the light of its if it's safe, so that I may look on it and see the picture in the light of its pure formless awareness. Okay, so you want to read that from the top?
If I accept perfect love's frame instead of mine, I will see the masterpiece. I look at its loveliness and then understand the mind that thought it, not in flesh and bones, but in a frame as lovely as itself. Its pure formless awareness illuminates the innocence the frame of limited awareness hides and reveals pure formless awareness in the picture's face, which only reflects the pure formless awareness that shines from it to its framer. I will not think this face was ever limited because I saw it in a frame of death. Pure formless awareness of perfect love kept it safe, so that I may look on it and see the picture in the light of its pure formless awareness.
And what about, I mean, I know it's an analogy to the picture and the face in the picture, but I think what he means by the face, the picture's face, is the identity. We translate identity, face of Christ, as identity of true self.
Yeah.
So in the pictures, pure formless awareness in the picture's identity only reflects the pure formless awareness that shines from it, the identity, to its framer. I will not think this, because what he's actually talking about here is the Christ, isn't it? It's the true self of the Christ in the is the picture that's being revealed.
Yeah.
I will not think this identity was ever limited, because I saw it in the frame of death. Pure formless awareness, perfect love kept it safe, so that I may look on it, see the picture in the light of its pure that I may perceive the picture in the light of its pure formless awareness.
Yeah.
Nice. What's he saying here in summary?
He's saying that when I choose to look upon the truth, then I will let go of all the misery I've been seeing, and that's because I am identifying with my real self.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm identifying with my real self within.
So it's framed. The Christ is framed by the body and the world, but I accept perfect love's frame instead of mine. Accept God's frame, perfect love's frame. So it's the frame of the body and our lives in this world reinterpreted from the perspective of perfect love. And then I will see the masterpiece. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 8.
Within the limited awareness, see the Saviour from the limitation and understand your companion as his source's mind shows him to you.
It's just the within the darkness. So limited awareness is darkness, Perhaps read this one in the original and then the alternative, John.
Yeah. Within the darkness, see the Saviour from the dark, and understand your brother as his father's mind shows him to you.
Yeah, so within the limited awareness.
Within the limited awareness, see the Saviour.
Limited awareness.
Within
I
the awareness,
I must perceive. I must perceive the Saviour. I'm not. My companion has his source's mind, shows me to me. Maybe it doesn't really work. Let's keep it there. Within limited awareness, I must perceive the Saviour, the awakener from limitation. Understand my companion has his source's mind, shows him to you, as his father's mind, as how about as our source's mind. My companions as our source's mind shows them maybe reveals would be better, wouldn't it? Reveals them to me.
Yeah.
See the awakener must perceive my awakener from limitation and understand my companions, my awakeners. Because really what he's saying is that everyone is our savior. Our brothers are our saviors, awakeners. Let's perceive my awakeners from limitation and understand my companions as our source's mind reveals them to me, as our source's awareness. Maybe it would be better saying as pure formless awareness. Perfect love reveals them to me. Just read that sentence from the top.
Within limited awareness, I must perceive my awakeners from limitation and understand my companions as pure formless awareness of perfect love reveals them to me. He will step forth from limited awareness as I look on him. They will step forth from limited awareness as I look on it. And I will not see.
As I perceive them correctly, I think that's so.
And I will not see the limitations anymore. Limited awareness did not touch me. Oh, limited awareness did not touch it, nor I.
Touch them, him. So we.
Oh yeah.
Companions. So then we avoid the him, her thing.
Yeah.
Limited awareness did not touch them.
Nor I who attracted him.
Nor me, I think. Nor me.
Nor me who attracted.
Or was it I? Nor me who attracted him. Is that a subject or object? Nor I who attracted him. If you didn't have a nor there, I who attracted him, it would be an I, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It just sounds unfamiliar because you don't normally have nor I, you have nor me. Nor I who attracted him, for I attracted them for me to perceive. Let's look at Where are we? You'll step forth from darkness as you look on him, and you will see the dark no more. The darkness touched him not, nor you who brought him forth for you to look upon. That's the original. Nor you who brought him forth for you to look upon. Nor I who attracted them for me to perceive. I think that's what he's saying. You brought him forth, attracted them into my experience, attracted them brought them forth, the old fashioned. I attracted them. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Attracted them for me to perceive, for me to see. And then he's saying, for you to look upon. Yeah, but I think that should be to perceive correctly.
Yeah.
Them for me to perceive correctly. Okay, so his innocence pictures yours.
His innocence pictures mine. Their innocence pictures mine. His
shows, instead of pictures, I think shows.
Yeah.
Or reveals. What do you think? Reveals or shows? Reveals, maybe. Yeah, innocence reveals mine.
Yeah. His gentleness becomes my strength. And both of us will gladly look within and see the pure formless awareness that must be there because of what I looked on.
And gladly look within and perceive the pure formless awareness that must be there because of what I looked upon in him and what I perceived. In them. Let's read that from the top there, from that sentence.
Their gentleness becomes my strength, and both of us will gladly look within and perceive the pure formless awareness that must be there because of what I perceived in them.
Perceived or perceive?
Yeah, perceive, really.
Perceive, yeah. What I, present tense.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
I was just going to continue. He is the frame in which my pure formless awareness is set. And what pure formless awareness perfect love gave them must be given to me. However much he overlooks the masterpiece in him and sees only a frame of limited awareness, it is still my function to see in him what he does not see. And in this seeing,
How much they overlook the masterpiece in them and see only a frame of limited awareness. It is still my only function to Even them, what?
And in this seeing is the vision shared. It looks on my true self instead of seeing death.
In this perception. This perception is the vision shared that looks on your true self and my true self. And what vision on my true self instead of death is shared in this perception. Vision that perceives, vision that perceives my true self instead of death is shared in this perception. Okay, do you want to read that from the top? Let's check it. John, you still there?
I am, but I am fading away actually.
Okay, let's see how got another 9. I think it's 11. Is it 11?
I think so.
So we can hang in for another 20 minutes, maybe. Can finish it. It's in limited awareness.
Within limited awareness, I must perceive my awakeners from limitation and understand my companions as pure formless awareness of perfect love reveals them to me. They will step forth from limited awareness as I perceive them correctly, and I will not perceive their limitations anymore. Limited awareness did not touch them, nor I who attracted them for me to perceive correctly. Their innocence reveals mine. Their gentleness becomes my strength, and both of us will gladly look within and perceive the pure formless awareness that must be there because of what I perceive in them. They are the frame in which my pure formless awareness is set. And what pure formless awareness of perfect love gave them must be given to me. However much they overlook the masterpiece in them and see only a frame of limited awareness, it is still my function to perceive in them what they do not perceive. And the vision that perceives my true self instead of death is shared in this perception.
Yeah. So what's he saying here?
So he's saying here that our limited awareness has held us back. We've never been able to see anything properly. And that's taken many shapes and forms in terms of deviation. Now our true self, now we do have access to our true self in a much more complete way.
However much I think a key point for me is however much they overlook the masterpiece in them. In other words, the Christ that they are, the true self, they see only the frame of limited awareness, which is the body and all of their trivial pursuits related to body awareness. It's still my only function in this world to perceive in them what they do not perceive. So they might be completely lost asleep. You were talking about, that encounter at the services, and you see these people are just, not awakened and just talking and feeding their faces, and it's all pretty unconscious. Your only job is still to perceive them as the masterpiece that they truly are, which is the true self, the transcendent self, that's beyond the body and any of their illusions about themselves and the world. The vision that perceives my true self instead of death is shared in this perception. So then I share Christ's vision, in other words, with everyone whom I perceive in this way. Even if I don't communicate that in any way other than just, I'm just perceiving them. I don't speak to them. I don't. So you at the services, for example, you still communicate on another level their true self to them just by perceiving them in that light, even though you don't speak to them. Nothing on the level of form changes. On another level, you are communicating to everyone in that situation. And that does make that is felt, that does have an impact on the mind level. On some level, they will get that and experience that, even if it's not conscious. So someone might look at you and you're in this enlightened state, and they just have a happier feeling. Well, I don't know what it is, but there's something about that person that's a little bit different and interesting. Or it's just happening, even if they don't see you and they don't have any encounter with you. On the mind level, it's an energy which you're then extending out into the morphic field that we share, and you're raising that frequency, vibration, if you want to call it that. General tone, it's another word for tone or frequency of humanity's consciousness is being raised by your awareness, by your connection to your source, and you're living it. And that's really what he's saying here. Your only job is to perceive in them what they do not perceive, as hard as it may be, because on the level of form, they seem to be completely asleep and, often quite dark, quite limited in their ways. The human condition is not a particularly pretty one to look at in its more gross forms. Okay?
Yeah.
Happy with that. So moving on to number 9. Lord of Heaven, quite a lot to translate here. Do you want to read that? The original and the alternative.
How could the Lord of Heaven not be glad if you appreciate his masterpiece? How could the source of the state of pure formless awareness not be glad if I appreciate its masterpiece? What could he do but offer thanks to you who love his son as he does?
Yeah.
What
could it
What-
do?
What could it do but offer thanks to me who love its extension as it does? Should we just do the alternative, John?
Okay.
Would it not make known to me its love if I just share its praise of what it loves? Pure formless awareness of perfect love cherishes its extension as the perfect source that it is. And so its joy is made complete when any part of it joins in its praise to share its joy. This companion is its perfect gift to me. and it is glad and thankful when I thank him as its perfect extension for being what he really is. What it really is. What they
We're talking
really
about this, the companions. See, this brother is his perfect gift to you, right? So this, how about instead of this, every companion is its perfect gift to me. It is glad and thankful when I thank him as its perfect extension. When I thank them as its perfect extension for being what they really are. When I thank everyone as its perfect extension for being what they really are.
And all its thanks and gladness shine on you who complete its joy. And so is yours completed. That one part of limited awareness can be seen by those who will to make their source's happiness complete, and theirs along with it. Gratitude of perfect love itself is freely offered to everyone who shares its purpose. It is not its will to be alone, and neither is it yours.
Those who will to make their source's happiness complete, and those who who will, those who surrender, who aim, intend, aim maybe instead of will. What do you think?
Yeah.
Those who aim to make their source's happiness complete, source's happiness and theirs along with it. Their source and their own, their sources and their own happiness. Complete. Gratitude of perfect love itself is freely offered to everyone who shares its purpose. It's not its will to be alone, and neither is it mine. Okay, just read that from the top.
How could the source of this
Hang on. Sorry.
how could the source of the state of pure formless awareness not be glad if I appreciate its masterpiece? What could it do but offer thanks to me who love its extension as it does? Would it not make known to me its love if I just share its praise of what it is? Pure formless awareness of perfect love cherishes its extension as the perfect source that it is. And so its joy is made complete when any part of it joins in its praise to share its joy. Every companion is its perfect gift to me. And it is glad and thankful when I thank everyone as its perfect extension for being what they really are. And all its thanks and gladness shine on me, complete its joy. And so is mine completed. Not one part of limited awareness can be perceived by those who aim to make their sources and their own happiness complete. The gratitude of perfect love itself is freely offered to everyone who shares its purpose. It is not its will to be alone, and neither is it mine.
What's he saying here in summary?
By saying that through, through gratitude, we continue to extend our source and our service.
Gratitude of perfect love. And when I thank everyone as its perfect extension for being what they really are, and then I give thanks for who I am. So as I give it and I see it in others, I experience it myself. And so my own gratitude and joy is completed. Another version of the same message of as I give, I receive. So as I give to my brothers and my companions, so I in turn receive. Okay, number 10.
Yeah. Let go of any negativity you feel towards your companion, and you cannot separate yourself from him or from his source.
Yeah, so that's well, pause, just let me catch up. When I let go of any negativity I feel towards my companion,
I cannot separate myself
I let go of any I feel towards my companions.
You don't need that.
And forgive your brother. Forgive your brother, and you cannot separate yourself from him nor from his father. So the translation is, when I let go of any negativity I feel towards my companions, I cannot separate myself from any negativity I feel towards my companions. You cannot separate yourself from him nor from his father. When I let go, cannot separate myself from them or from their source.
I need no release, for the holy pure have never sinned. I give then what it has given me, so that I may see its extension as one. And thank its source as it thanks me. Nor do I believe that all its praise is not given to me. Nor believe that all its praise is not given to
You see its extension as one, and thank its source as it thanks me. Nor believe that all its praise is not give them what it has given me, so that I may see its extension as one, and thank its source as it thanks me. Nor believe that all its praise is not given to me. Okay, so nor should I not believe that all its praise, nor should I believe that all its praise is not given to me. Should I believe, nor should I not believe that all its praise is given to me. Nor should I doubt, maybe, or should I doubt that all its praise is given to me. Carry on, for what I give.
Nor should I doubt. Yeah.
Yep.
Nor should I. For what I give is its, and giving it, I learn to understand its gift to me. And I give the remembrance of perfect love what it offers to the source and its extension alike. My source and extension. Nothing has power over me except its awareness and mine, which only extends its awareness. It was for this I was extended. Or it is for this I am extended.
Yeah.
It is. And my companion with me, and at one with. It was for this I am extended, and my companions.
Yeah, we got two. It was for this. It is for this. We need to. Is for this. I am extended, and my companions with me, and at one with me. I'm extended, clumsy. How about along? As for this, I'm extended along with my companions. You are one with me. Okay, should I read that from the top?
When I let go of any negativity I feel towards my companions, I cannot separate myself from them or from their source. I need no release, for the holy pure have never sinned. I give then what it has given me, so that I may perceive its extension as one and thank its source as it thanks me. Nor should I doubt that all its praise is given to me. For what I give is its, and giving it, I learn to understand its gifts to me. And I give the remembrance of perfect love what it offers to my source and its extension alike. Nothing has power over me except its awareness and mine, which only extends its awareness. It is for this I am extended along with my companions, who are one with me.
Okay. So what's he saying?
We're saying that through gratitude we see love and only love within our companions, and that is reflecting the love within ourselves.
Nothing has power over me except this awareness, which extends its awareness through me, in me, and my companions. We are one in this. And I'm very happy for that. The gratitude and the love. What I give is its, and giving it, I learn to understand its gift to me. So again, giving and receiving. As I give it to my companions, I understand that I have it, and I've received it. Which is the same theme over and over. I think what's striking in the text this time around is this continuous, well, you allow source to come through you by perceiving your companions correctly. So he's always making the connection between source, and you connect with your source, but then you extend that to your companions. And that's how you come to know fully that you are one with the source yourself, is by extending its love to your companions. So it's the, know those two commandments really that Yeshua gave. He said, no, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Number one, but number two is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself, because you can't know God with all your heart, mind, and soul unless you love your neighbor as yourself, which a lot of people might forget. Because it's conceptually easy. Well, I just give my life to God and I love God, and it's all formless in your mind, and you might think you're doing that, but then how do you treat your brothers? And often not very well, which means actually you're not really in that pure formless awareness of perfect love. You're actually still in the ego. So the litmus test, I think, for your connection with your source is how you treat other people in this world, which is why the golden rule, do unto others as you have them do unto you is so important.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
You and your companion are the same as pure formless awareness of perfect love itself is one and not divided in its awareness. I and my companion are the same as pure formless awareness of perfect love itself, which is one and not divided in its awareness.
Same as pure formless awareness of perfect love. Self is one and not divided in its awareness. I and my companions are the same as pure formless awareness of perfect love itself is one and not divided in its awareness.
Yeah.
Same as God himself is one and not divided in his will.
And I must have one purpose, since the same purpose, and I must have one purpose, since it gave the same purpose to both of us. Its awareness is brought together as I join in awareness, so that I am made complete by offering completion to my companions.
So his will is brought together as you join in will, that you may be made complete by offering completion to your brother. He's really talking about the will is brought together as you join in will. He's talking about with our brothers. So as about we join. So awareness is brought together as we join in awareness. All together as you join in will. So we translate will as awareness as we join. We join our awareness. So that
so that we are made complete by offering completion to our companions.
So this should be I
am made complete
by offering completion to
my companions.
My companions. Okay.
I do not see in him the sinfulness. I will not.
No, it's an intention. I will not.
I will not see him the sinfulness he sees. The sinfulness they see. but honor them so that I may respect them and myself. Honor them so that I may respect them and myself. The power of awakening is given to me and my companion, so that escape from limited awareness into true awareness is mine to share, and so that I may see as one what never has been separate, nor apart from all pure formless awareness is love, given equally to all its extensions.
Yeah. Okay. Escape from given to me and my companion. So escape from limited awareness into true awareness is mine to share. And so that I may see as one, perceive as one, what never has been separate, nor apart from all pure formless awareness is love, given equally to all its extensions. From all God's loves, and so all all love of pure formless awareness. Of all perfect love's love, it's very sorry, but from all the love of pure formless awareness, given equally to all its extensions. Okay. So we read that from the top.
I and my companions are the same as pure formless awareness of perfect love itself is one and not divided in its awareness. And I must have one purpose, since it gave the same purpose to both of us. Its awareness is brought together as we join our awareness, so that I am made complete by offering completion to my companions. I will not perceive in them the sinfulness they perceive, but honor them so that I may respect them and myself. The power of awakening is given to me and my companion, so that escape from limited awareness into true awareness is mine to share, and so that I may perceive as one what never has been separate, nor apart from all the love of pure forms of awareness given equally to all its extensions.
Neither has there. So what's he saying in this one?
Saying that by acknowledging the perfection of our companions and ourselves, we enhance all of our lives.
Yeah, I guess that's the short version.
Yeah.
That's perceiving them. So really, that it's not seeing the sinfulness in them.
Yeah.
Seeing the innocence in them, that I perceive it in myself, and we awaken together in this perfect love of pure formless awareness. Pure formless awareness of perfect love, which is available to all of us. Okay, and we got a little summary, which we wrote a year ago. So let's read that.
Key message of this section is that the belief this world of form can offer me any satisfaction is clearly false, because this belief has always failed to live up to my hopes that it will bring me happiness one day. Therefore, I choose to let this belief go and fully embrace. Therefore, I choose to let this belief go and fully embrace the truth that only pure formless awareness of perfect love can give me anything of any real value. I can only appreciate the real value in life by perceiving other people as they truly are. Therefore, by letting go of my misperceptions of sin, guilt, and condemnation towards others and perceiving their true selves, I will perceive this self as myself. Through this process of letting go, I reunite my seemingly
separate awareness.
My seemingly separate awareness with their awareness and pure formless awareness of perfect love as our shared source, which is my awakening from the extremely limited awareness of my form, identity, or ego.
Yeah. Does that sort of cover it?
I think so.
Some of that stuff about the picture and the frame.
Yeah.
Missing. I guess it is a summary, so I can play with it. I might do a chat, because this is not a chat GPT summary, so I might do that and then do this as a key message. But it'll do for now, I think. I know you're probably tired and want to go. So yeah, any other comments, thoughts, or questions you want to share? And I assume you don't want to do a meditation on this.
No. That's good, John. Excellent.
Yeah, well, good session. Thanks for joining. It's
yeah.
Always good to have help to work through this stuff. And it's interesting and iterative, isn't it? Because we did this a year ago, and now we just iterated. It's another iteration of it to get it to the first person and just improve it. Really, there wasn't an easy section. This actually.
No.
Sometimes some of them are more complicated than others with the language and stuff. So yeah, thank you for joining, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Maybe are you available tomorrow evening?
Probably not, actually, John. Oh no. But I'll see you soon.
Tomorrow in the day?
I could do something in the day, the afternoon.
Yeah, what 12:30 or
2 o'clock.
Yeah, 2 p.m.
Well, 12:30. Yeah, 12:30 is probably okay.
Yeah, that's the normal time we start. Okay, so we do it 12:30 then. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, see you tomorrow then. Thanks.
Okay, John. All the best.
Right.
Yeah, sleep well.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye then.
All right, so that is a wrap for tonight. Thank you to John for joining and doing the text with me. If you'd like to join us in our adventures, deep dive into A Course in Miracles, then just look below this video on YouTube. There's a link to enable you to join a masterclass and join one of these live sessions. So check it out, go through there, and yeah. You can also sign up to receive some information from me every day, inspirational material that I send out to Telegram groups. So go ahead and do that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, if you enjoyed this content. So thanks for joining us. virtually if you watch the live stream, and Namaste, which means the true self in me, the Christ in me, acknowledges and honors that same Christ or true self in you. Peace.